Wondering what lean project management is and how you can use it? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly what is lean project management and the tools associated with it. What exactly is lean project management? Well, first let's understand what lean is. And lean is about optimizing organizational processes. And what lean project management is it's about how to execute improvement concepts that will optimize those processes, hence why you have a lean project. You would still use the framework of project management on lean projects, but there's other additional tools that you bring into place to help and to improve the process. Now, how do I know this? Well, not only am I a project management professional and a project management specialist with Slay Project Management, but I'm also a Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt and an efficiency expert. And through my company, Cornerstone Dynamics, for over 20 years, I have been implementing these types of projects consistently within organizations to optimize their processes. And let me tell you, there's specific tools along with project management that we use all the time. So let's get to it. Before we get on to the tips of lean project management, all projects, even lean ones, you need to have this. You need to understand what to stop to make sure your projects don't fail and to make sure they don't struggle. So for you, it's easy, it's free. There's a link underneath this video. You can go on it right now to get it. Identifying value. This is the first thing you have to do. And I don't mean identifying value of you pushing on to the end user or the customer, but identifying value from the other way. It's all about customer focus. What is it that they need? So you got to first figure out in your lean project, who is the customer who's going to be getting this particular optimization of the process? And you have to find out from them what's really important and provide value to them. You also have to ensure that you're not building in a lot of non-value activities, as we like to say. Anything that is a double of activity, if you're redoing stuff, reworking, you don't want to be doing any of that. You want to make sure that what you're building in your lean project, it brings value to the customer, and that also is only being sort of ideally touched once. So whatever you're doing and implementing and optimizing, you want to really streamline it. Value stream mapping. This is another really effective tool in lean project management, because this is going to help you understand what it is that you're working on from true start to true finish. So from the time a customer has an order, going through the full system, all to the point when you deliver whatever it is you need to deliver to your customer. So it's giving you a snapshot of how things are working. And then when you take a look at that snapshot, you start to see, do we have any bottlenecks? Do we have any roadblocks? Is there any areas of improvement for process? So why this becomes so important is, just like in project management, your charter and your project plan, your value stream map in a lean project becomes critical because it gives you the additional information to know the direction you're going to go in. If you're wondering and need a detailed explanation on value stream map, don't worry, I have you covered. If you go to the search bar here on YouTube and write in Adriana Girdler value stream maps, I actually have a detailed explanation and an example of an actual value stream map, which will provide a lot of guidance as to how to create it and a little more understanding on it as well. Before we get into the rest of the tips, not only do I have this great free content here on YouTube, I have this. If you want to go to the next step with me and you want to learn more at a premium level, you can enroll in Slay Project Management. It's the exact process I use for all my clients, including all the tools you'll need. I've put the link in the description box below. Optimizing flow. This is where you want to, what we call, from lean perspective, removing waste in the system. So whatever is wasteful, that you remove it so you can optimize it. Now, what is the waste? Very simple, really easy acronym, TIM Wood. Now, the T stands for transportation, the I for inventory, the M for motion, the W for waiting, one O is for overproduction, the other O is for overprocessing, and last but not least, D is for defect. When you look at these specific wastes in the system, you do a couple of things. You look to eliminate it, you look to reduce it, or you look to simplify it. And by doing that, it helps take a complex process, streamlining it, making it more optimized. Establish a pull system whenever you're trying to optimize your processes. So what do I mean by that? traditionally, majority of organizations, whether it's manufacturing or not, we push to the next department. Something gets pushed to us, we then push, and then we ultimately push it to the customer, whether the customer wants it or not. We just push it that way. But when you start looking at things from a lean perspective, it's the opposite. You use a pull system. Just like the first tip of value, bringing value to the customer, you do everything based on the customer. So what is it the customer wants? And you pull from that and you bring it through the process that way. And back in the day, these are years and years ago, I actually was very lucky to take a tour of Pella Windows in the United States. And it was phenomenal because they understood value stream mapping. And the way they set up their manufacturing lines is they didn't worry about, oh, let's batch everything and we'll wait to give our customers what they need. They were the opposite. They're like, my customer A needs 2 windows, put it in the system. Oh, customer B now needs 20 windows, put it through the system. So what they did is they worked it in their manufacturing lines, not worrying about whether or not or when they could make those windows. They actually just put it through the line because it was based on what the customer needed. And that's how they created their manufacturing lines. It was brilliant, and it's really the right way to go because now you're focusing and creating on demand from the customer. You're not pushing out demand, hoping a customer is going to get it. You're actually creating everything based on the demand of the customer. And these are easily transferable outside of manufacturing as well. So that's a really important tool that you look at when it comes to lean project. Continuous improvement. This is a mindset in lean project management because just because you're doing one thing and you're fixing something, it doesn't mean you're done. What I mean by that is, yes, you'll have a deliverable and you'll be working on it, but there's always room for improvement. We actually call it peeling back the layer of the onion. You fix one thing, you peel it back. I promise you there's something else you have to go in and fix. So just because you have a project and you've now optimized a process, I promise you in time, there's probably other things you can do to optimize it again and again and again. So you come out by doing lean projects with that mindset of continuous improvement, and you're never done. And that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. And as a result of that too, in that mindset, we're not looking for perfection either. In fact, we have a terminology, quick and crude is better than slow and fancy. Just get those processes done. And it really helps with getting in and getting out and making some change because you're not worried about perfection. But that continuous improvement mentality, again, mindset is really important. And that's something that me and my team for Cornerstone Dynamics, we do all the time. We're constantly streamlining and improving and making continuous improvements to the stuff that we do. Now that you know about lean project management, I recommend that you get this. Again, I created it for you for free. It gives you all the information on the top 6 things you need to know to ensure your projects don't struggle. Because remember, lean projects still follow the framework of project management. Now watch this next video. It's a step-by-step instructions on how to create a very simple process map, something that you'll definitely need with lean project management. So definitely check it out. Cheers.